Hey, how's it going out there? Safety Sam here, back running my mouth once again. Got a video for you. I can't talk too loud. You know, my wife's a nurse. She worked third shift last night. Got off at 6:30 this morning. Stayed up to get the kids both in school at two different times. I don't think she laid down to 9 o'clock. So if I get too loud, let's just say I'll probably have to edit this video. So I'm gonna keep that down. But I came to talk to you real quick, just because we know that by now I'm a safety geek. I stay on OSHA's website all the time, and I was on there this morning and went to the fatality reports, and I'll tell you what I saw. Well, let me back up there. Here's a I don't know, a task or a project for anybody out there, business owner, senior management, HR, middle management, you know, any workers, safety. Of course, you know where to find this, but if you go to OSHA.gov, you'll see 4 tabs at the top. One of those tabs is going to say help and resources. You click the help and resources tab. Under there, you got an option where it says fatality reports. Click on fatality reports, and then this is what it's going to put up. So I was on there this morning. I go check that a few times a week, but I was on there this morning, and the first page, there's 10 fatalities. 5 of those are from falls. You turn the next page, 2 from falls. You turn the page again, there's 4 from falls. And that trend kind of keeps up throughout the page. As long as you go, you see that, but it's there, you know, anywhere from 3 to 5 on every page. And you know, when we talk about falls and people, we're talking fatalities. We're not talking injuries. We're not talking the other 70,000 that fell and have an injury but they didn't die. So we're talking fatalities. And I say at this point, you know, we got to do better, right? We got to do better. We talk safety. We say safety's number one. We say safety first. We say safety always. But you know, the proof is in the pudding. You know, the proof is in what numbers are we putting out here. And fatalities consistently stays at the top of how we are killing people at work. You know, how we are killing parents, you know, sons, daughters, whoever, aunts, uncles, who go to work and essentially don't come back. And we're doing it with falls. And the reality is it doesn't have to happen. I know, you know, we say things happen and all that, but we're talking situations where there is protection that could be in place. There are steps that we could take, and essentially we're still killing people. I say we have to do better. Recently I was on a podcast and they asked me a question on what do I think a safety culture is, and I'll repeat that because I think it's relevant. And I told them, to me, a safety culture of any company is the temperature you take of seeing that company in the field or in action. And what I mean by that is a safety culture doesn't matter what I have written on paper right now. It doesn't matter that I have this beautifully written safety program. It doesn't matter that my people have top-notch training. It doesn't matter that my supervisors know the safety protocol, know the safety regulations. When you go out to that field, what you see, that's the safety culture. Or when you go out to that plant floor, that shop floor, you know, that nursing floor, what you see is the temperature of that company. So what I'm saying is, if I go out there and I'm on a construction site and there's a area where they're supposed to have on hard hats, they're supposed to have on safety glasses based off of either the requirement or company requirement or the hazard. But those things are supposed to be in place. And you go and you look and you see 5 people working together, same company, 3 with hard hats on, 2 without them. So that's telling me a couple things. It's not just, oh, those 2 forgot it, but they're working next to 3 people who have theirs on, who aren't comfortable enough or don't care enough, whichever way it goes, to say something to the other 2 about their missing hard hats. So to me, that's the culture, because one way or the other, the ones that got out without it should have got out and like either touched their head and like, oh my God, I forgot my hard hat, I go back. Or the other ones who noticed it should have been able to do the head tap and they thank you and run back and get it. But either way, the communication wasn't comfortable between the 2, one way or the other. So that's your safety culture. It doesn't matter what you have written. That's your safety culture right there. You can take that and apply that with safety glasses or gloves across any other industry. That's the temperature right there. So when we look at these falls and we're looking at how often it happens, that's the culture. How do we change that? There's things in place. We have to get around the excuses we make on how much time it takes to put safety in place, or how much time it takes to put fall protection in place, or I'm only going to be up here for a second. Those excuses are long overdue. do. They're long, they're old, right? This year we actually celebrate 50 years of OSHA. This year we celebrate. So OSHA's only been around 50 years, right? And we've been hearing that for 50 years. I think we're past that. We are still killing people. That's been the number one way. Falls has been the number one, stays at the top of fatalities, at least in construction, consistently for years now. And it's preventable. So that's what I'm reaching out and just saying, we got to do better. There's things in place and we know what to do. To take that a step further, if you don't know what to do, what's nice is if you follow the directions that I gave you to get this far in the safety report, that same tab that you clipped that was resources and help, there's a place on there that says health and safety topics. If you click that, then you go in and you can put in fall protection. And when you put in fall protection, there's going to be 2,338 options that pop up for you to give you choices that you can use to protect your workers out here in the field. So I'm just saying, listen, we got to do better. I look at that report all the time, and I know I'm in safety, so it's normal for me to look at it. But that report, to me, I look at it quite often because, man, that is a big bird coming to me. Hey, I had to stop. I'm Sam Hawkins, Sam the Hawk Hawkins, and a hawk just showed up. I know what hawks do. I need to see this hawk before I keep talking. I think it disappeared. I don't know if I'm gonna leave this in here or not. That was crazy. But listen, protect our workers. I'm gonna get in the house for this hawk decide that I'm a big lunch. Be safe. It's Friday. I hope this helps somebody, but I'm about to stop this video. Till next time.